Hey guys, welcome to my brand new video. So I hope everyone's having a great day today. This video is going to be very similar to my streaming journey video as I mentioned in that one. I've only been streaming for about 8 and 9 months now, and I just wanted to share like how I got myself kind of out of that rut of no viewers. And this is just going to be like a video on how to get your first couple of viewers, hopefully consistent viewers that will keep coming back. Now, streaming is very appealing to a lot of people in terms of just being able to find a community where you belong, or starting your own community and just finding like-minded people around you. But a lot of people who start streaming do not realize the work that you have to put in to be a successful streamer. I'm not saying that I'm like super successful by any means. I have gained about 800 to 1,000 followers in the last 8 months or so, and I've got about 20 average viewers. Now, they may not sound like great numbers, but I basically started from nothing. I did stream on and off for a couple of years, but it was like I would stream for a week and then I wouldn't stream for 6 months, and then I would stream for a week and then I wouldn't stream for 6 months. And it was mostly because I didn't really have any idea what I was doing, and I kept getting stuck in that rut of having no viewers, and then I wouldn't feel like I'm good enough and I would just end up quitting and being really depleted in myself. But this year I decided to fully commit. I've been putting a lot of time and effort into my stream, and I just want to share what I did to break past that barrier of 0 viewers to the 20 or so average that I'm at now. In my opinion, the early stages of Twitch are some of the hardest you will experience, and this is why so many streamers give up and they quit, because they don't realize how difficult it can be to start a stream from nothing and go from there. One of the biggest things that you should start considering before you even stream is to network. If you can build up a community or be a part of a community before you start streaming, it can be a lot easier to have some of those people want to support you and be there for when you start. And this is, I'm not saying just go into other people's communities and be like, hey, watch my stream, come see me live. That's not what I mean. What I mean is be involved in certain communities that you enjoy. Be maybe an admin, or just be very active, take part in community events, be around so people can get to recognize your name and become, I guess, like semi-famous in that community. As I said, it needs to be something you're actively taking part in. Please do not just join communities and spam, please like my stream, I'm streaming now, follow me, do this, because that is not how you get support. You get support through proving that you're worth supporting, if that makes sense. Another way to do this, if you don't want to put in necessarily the work that it can take to be a part of a larger community, is to simply ask friends and family to watch your stream. They can easily just tune in and just lurk in the background and be there, and this can help so much, because the difference between a stream with 0 views and 5 views is absolutely fantastic. If you have even 1 or 2 viewers, people will be more likely to click onto your stream than they would if you had none. And just having a couple of friends or even your family just watching and tuning in, not even necessarily commenting or anything, just being there to help you break past the 0 view barrier can be really, really useful. And I would highly recommend asking. Don't be embarrassed to ask friends or family to watch. There's no shame in doing it, and it's a very simple and easy way that I think a lot of people don't realize that they can do just to get started. A very important point is consistency is key. One of the reasons so many people struggle to get their first couple of viewers is simply because they are not consistently streaming. It is so important to stick to a schedule, because once viewers know when to expect you on, and this is because your schedule becomes a part of their schedule, they will basically get into the habit of tuning into your stream because they know it's on. Once they're aware of when it is, they look forward to it and they start to anticipate watching your stream. If you don't have a schedule and they never know when you're on, they're never really, in most cases, viewers will not actively seek out your channel if they don't know when you're going to be live. That's just a fact. You need to be consistent and you need to stick to your times. And I'm not saying you need to stream constantly, no 24/7 streams. Just pick a couple of days maybe to start off with to get used to streaming. Just pick 1 or 2 days a week maybe, or 3 or 4 days a week if you want, but maybe stream less hours. As long as you stick to a schedule, people will be more likely to hang around. It's not about consistency, it's about quality of your streams and quality of your content. Hey guys, editor Kookiee here. I kind of need to put this in. I meant it's not just consistency, it is quality. Consistency and quality. Both, okay? Sorry, got that? Good? Yeah, sorry, just put that in for me, Sean. Thanks. Another thing to go with consistency is increasing your social media presence. Twitch does not have discoverability. It is impossible to be on Twitch and to be just discovered. There's too many streamers. It's too much of a flooded market. If you're at the bottom, you will not be found. End of story. Unless people actively look for you, and most people will not actively look for you. They will look at maybe the first 1 or 2 pages of streams, and then they will pick someone based off of that. I recommend picking a couple of social medias to focus on and work on getting your content out on them. This is because on almost all other social media platforms, the visibility is much higher than it is on Twitch, and it's much easier to provide the content and show why you are worth watching on places like YouTube or Instagram or Twitter. Those are the 3 I personally focus on. My YouTube has had a massive uphaul lately because I've changed the content I want to do, and I would recommend very highly going the YouTube route if you would like. It is much easier to be discovered on YouTube, and at the end of the day, it's a very, very popular platform. But do not burn yourself out. I've done this before. It's where you want to try and get everything on every platform and try and get as much visibility as possible, and you have so much content you're trying to create that A, your content suffers, and B, you suffer. Do not overwork yourself. Stick to a few, and then that way the quality of your content will not drop and you can focus on what needs to be focused on. I fell in this rabbit hole. I can confirm I 100% did this. It is a terrible thing to do. You just burn yourself out, your content suffers, and then you just end up being stuck in a rut and going nowhere. So just stick to a couple, and then you can potentially increase your reach to more if you're able to and if you have the time to in the future. Make sure you know exactly what kind of content creator you want to be. You need to consider what kind of genre you want to play. You need to consider how old your target audience is going to be. You need to consider if you're going to aim more on education, or if you're going to aim more on entertainment, or if you're going to aim more on inspiring or teaching or coaching. You really need to figure out where you want to go before you even start streaming. And this is because you will be able to really provide content that you believe in and that you're confident in, and then that way it will be reflected on your streams and it will be reflected on your content, and I can guarantee your viewers will increase. I didn't do this originally. It's only in the last few months that I've really started coming into myself as a streamer and really knowing the kind of content I want to provide, and it can set you back. I definitely think I was set back because I was making content I didn't really believe in, and the quality definitely suffered. But my YouTube has had a complete uphaul now. I'm redoing all the content. I spent a very long time doing gaming videos on there because I thought it was the thing to do, but that isn't what I want to do. I personally am now focusing more on animal related content, not necessarily education, but just more like my experience in things and what I have found to work for me, and just trying to help people do better. It can be really difficult to sometimes feel like you're on your own, and I want to make sure that you guys know that you're not. Like, I'm here for you and I believe in you and I think you can do great things. You just need that little nudge. So just know the content you want to provide and really have a sit down and think what you want to give to your viewers, and that way you will increase your viewership. I can guarantee you, if you know what you want to provide and you actively start providing it, your viewers will increase, because to stand out on Twitch, you need to have that hook that is you. You need to stand out and you need to be able to show that you can provide something that other streamers can't. And this can be a very difficult thing to figure out, and I think a lot of new streamers are still coming into themselves and figuring out who they are, and this can be why they get stuck at the 0 viewer rut. In terms of when you're actually streaming, one of the biggest issues I see with new streamers is that they don't talk. You need to bear in mind, when someone clicks on your stream, they'll have about 10 to 20 seconds, excluding the ads, thanks Twitch, to decide if they want to stay. If you're not talking or showing what you can provide them in those 10 or 20 seconds, they will leave and they will probably find a different channel. You need to be able to be constantly putting yourself up front and showing them why they should watch you. If you're sitting there and you're not talking, I know it's a very daunting thing to think about, especially when you are struggling to get viewers, but you have to get into the habit of vocalizing your internal thought process. You need to get into the habit of basically just talking about things. It could be about your day, it could be about the game, it could be about what you're struggling with, it could literally be about education or some amazing thing that's happened in your life, or it could literally be anything. You need to show them who you are, and that is how you can get viewers to stay. If you're not quite in the habit of doing this, I would suggest just doing it in your everyday life. Just talk to yourself, just get used to vocalizing things all the time. I have such a big internal monologue. This was a very strange thing for me to sort of process, and it definitely took a while to get into the habit of it, but I can tell you my viewership increased quite dramatically. I think I started with maybe like 4 or 5 average viewers like 6 months or so ago, and now I'm at sort of around 20. My viewership has increased, especially more in the last couple of months, because I've really been figuring out what I want to provide. So you need to get into the habit of talking. It's such a strange thing when you have no viewers, and this is why I suggest having friends and family watch. If you know you have people watching, it's a lot easier to vocalize what you're thinking. And this is just because it's like a switch in your brain. If you know people are present, it's easier to have a conversation. And so I always recommend just having friends and family watch you. It's just a really good way to break the mold, and it gives you confidence. If you know people are watching, it gives you confidence. And when you have confidence, you can show who you are so much easier. I really understand what it feels like to not feel like you're good enough as a streamer because you don't have viewers and you get stuck, and just don't think like that, okay? I believe in you guys. I genuinely think you can all be great streamers, even if you don't want to do it professionally or anything like that. It's a great hobby, and just building a community can be absolutely fantastic. And I genuinely believe in you guys. So just keep trying. Don't give up. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comments as well. And yeah, I will link my streamer journey video in one of the corners somewhere for you guys if you're interested in watching that as well. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great Christmas if I don't see you before then. And until next time, bye guys.